welcome to the Neat session at Microsoft Ignite. In this session, you'll hear about new innovations you will need to unlock growth, choice, and flexibility. Together with me is the Alliance team here at Neat. All of us are here at Microsoft Ignite, so if you'd like to see us in person, please come and visit us and scan our QR codes to contact us online. Today, Microsoft has over 320 million active users using Microsoft Teams. These are people using Teams on their phones, their laptops, and so on. But when it comes to meeting rooms, Microsoft has a dedicated solution called Microsoft Teams Room. And you might ask, what's so special about it, or why do customers use Microsoft Teams Rooms? So in front of me is a Microsoft Teams Room device, and here is 3 ways you can easily start a meeting. You can either join with a meeting ID if someone sends you a meeting. You can quickly hit the Meet button and it will start a Teams meeting, and then it'll give you the credentials to start that Teams meeting. Or the third option, which is very simple. If someone sends a meeting invite, it'll appear on the calendar and all you have to do is press the join button. So that's the first challenge that a lot of customers face when they walk into the meeting room. How do they quickly start a meeting? And MTR solves that. The second challenge is how to share your content in the room. There are 3 easy ways again. The first one is you can run an HDMI cable from the table into the device. The second one is open up your laptop or your mobile device, open the Teams app, and select wireless casting. And then all you have to do is select the room, and now you're wirelessly sharing into that big screen. The third option is if both devices are in the same meeting, you can share within the meeting. And the best part is that a MTR license supports all these devices. And over 70% of Fortune 500 companies today use Microsoft Teams Room. So let's talk more about us, Neat, and what we do to provide a best MTR experience. So we manufacture 4 different MTR devices and 1 Teams display device, which I'm going to talk to you about today. However, before I get into that, the one thing that we want to highlight is how AI is being used to do more with less. We use AI in terms of video and audio to give the user a better experience. Graham here is going to quickly show you how, for instance, we use auto framing to always keep you in frame.
So I am sitting down here at my desk, and with auto framing, even when I stand up, I want to stretch my legs and I'm still on the call, on my Neat frame here, running that Teams display software, it will automatically come and track me, find me wherever I am in this meeting space. So very simple for users to be collaborative wherever they are.
Awesome. And then we have other technologies which we will be happy to show you if you're here at the show. Now, running through our devices, the first device we have is the Neat bar. The bar basically has everything except the screen. You can attach it to any standard HDMI screen. It has the intelligent camera, speaker array, microphone array. It even has the compute built in, so you don't have to worry about where to place a PC behind a screen or below a table. The only thing you also need is a Neat pad, which is used to set it up and to control it. So the Neat bar is perfect for rooms up to 5 meters, but if you have bigger rooms, then we have the Neat bar Pro. The Neat bar Pro is the bigger brother with a 2-camera module, a bigger microphone array, so it can support rooms up to 10 meters. Now, both devices can be hooked up to a traditional screen, which is HDMI. It can also be used with a touchscreen. As you know, most meetings are just talking and listening. However, there are some meetings where you need to start using Microsoft Whiteboard. And this is where our all-in-one device, the Neat board, a 65-inch device with everything included, is the perfect choice. You literally roll it into a room, connect the power, connect the internet, and you're ready to go. So these are the 3 devices we call MTR devices, and supporting that is the Neat pad. So the Neat pad can be used with the 3 devices that I talked about as a console, so it can be used to control the devices. It can also be used as a room scheduler, so either a Teams console or a Teams panel. Now, these solutions that we showed you can not only just run Teams meetings in terms of video, but if you have Teams phone set up, you can even use the Teams pad, the Neat pad, as a Teams console to dial out telephone numbers, which is a great way to use Teams phone. Now, let's quickly talk about our Teams display solutions with our device called 𝗦𝗽𝗲𝗀. So this is our 𝗦𝗽𝗲𝗀 right now, which can be used as a personal device. So using it with an E3 or E5 license means you can set it up with your personal calendar, you can join your personal meetings, you can also use it with Teams phone. Then over here with Teams shared license, you can see our Teams hot desk solution. So for instance, if you have a lot of people that are hybrid, they only show up certain days in the week, they can come in, log in with a QR code, they just open up their phone, it opens the Teams app phone, they confirm. It'll download all their data like as if it was their own device. And then once they're done, they can exit, and then it'll remove all that data and it can be used by the next person. And again, you can use it with Teams phone. The third option is running it as a Teams virtual front desk. So here, basically what happens is the person that's visiting the office can immediately press a button. It will call the other person that's responsible for greeting customers, and then they can have a video or audio Teams call. That's virtual front desk. So one device can be used in 3 different ways, depending on how you configure it and which Microsoft license you use with it. Now, all our devices have IoT sensors in it. So we can help collect data such as temperature, air quality, humidity. So you can understand what is happening in your real estate. Now, how can you get that information? Here's Graham to talk about 𝗦𝗽𝗲𝗀.
Thanks, Chicco. So at 𝗦𝗽𝗲, we have developed a platform called 𝗦𝗽𝗲𝗀, and this is hosted in the Microsoft Azure data center. And as Chicco says, we're collecting all the data from your devices, so that room temperature, people count information, but also being able to see everything in the room, not just the devices that are online, offline, in a call, etc., but also add things like remote control. So what does this mean for you as the IT administrator? Well, you're running Microsoft Teams certified devices. You're getting all this great information about your rooms, not having to deploy other sensors into these meeting spaces. And this is all wrapped up into 𝗦𝗽𝗲𝗀. That is actually free to start with, to get you going with the application. So there we have, these are our certified devices available today, all shipping, all in stock, and being able to be used in any sort of meeting spaces. And some of the things that, bigger applications or larger rooms, as we mentioned with that Bar Pro, you can even connect that to third-party audio. So if you have already existing spaces that have certified Microsoft Teams, ceiling tiles or table mics, etc., then that Bar Pro can be used in those larger meeting spaces. So again, small, medium, large, even extra large, with adding extra components. But what's new? What's coming? So as Chicco showed you just behind him, he has the new forthcoming 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 that we announced recently, and it's going through the final steps now of the Microsoft Teams certification. So this will be all-in-one device, again, similar to what we have today with the 65, but a much more portable solution, being able to move it around and using new cameras in here as well. And again, using our patented neat symmetry, so our auto framing, but also our patented neat boundary. So setting up a virtual boundary around that meeting space. So it's not capturing people who are maybe behind a glass wall, or there's photos of your co-founders on the wall, etc. It's not going to focus on those people. And again, some new solutions here that'll be introduced on the 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗀𝗀, such as a single USB-C cable to present or to use BYOD mode, but also provide new laptop charge at the same time as well. And something new on here is that you could wheel this into a larger auditorium space where maybe you have a video wall. So you can now HDMI output to that video wall. And my glamorous assistant Chicco here is showing you this new adaptive mount. And this is available for the trolley mount that we see here, or the wall mount. So you can simply with one hand move the device up and down, whether you're at a table and you want a great eye-level contact meeting, or you're standing up and you want a whiteboard in front of the device. So that will be shipping very, very soon. And next up, we have something that I'm super excited about, and this is our Neat Center. And this is a new device, as you see there, single cable, power over Ethernet to power this device. And it's very nearly ready. We have one here. This is a 3-camera solution, so 360 degrees, but also 16 mic array in the top as well. And what's also very neat is it's just sitting on the desk. It doesn't have to be mounted. It doesn't have to be drilled anywhere. But also we can invert it so it can hang from the ceiling. And very intuitive. Take it off the table. Keep your meeting rooms nice and clear. And what 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗀𝗀 will allow you to do is actually place it in a number of different environments like this. So in a training environment, a casual seating area, as we see there on the bottom left, and it can be linked with your bar, board, bar pro devices. And in the first release, we'll be supporting one 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗀𝗀, and then we plan to support multiples in the future. It is also going to go through certification with Microsoft, so it'll be bundled as a certified room solution. And what's really neat is, for example, in this top left picture, I could be standing in front of that TV screen presenting to the room, and people on the far end will still see me because the 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗀𝗀 will pick me up, and everyone's inclusive. So it's not about people in the room, it's actually for people remotely joining in these hybrid meetings that we're now used to, where people can be anywhere. Chicco's in Dubai, I'm in London, and again, everyone gets a great experience from 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗀𝗀. So that'll be available early next year. And then we have a new innovation as well within the Neat platform. And this is what we call our Neat App Hub. And this is in two different work streams. First of all, as we showed you earlier, we have our scheduling panel for the Teams panel sitting on our 8-inch touch controller. What we're also going to enable is other third-party tools that also integrate to the Microsoft ecosystem, such as AppSpace, Robin, 𝗦𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, Sharing Cloud, to name a few. These are all scheduling applications that you may be using outside your meeting space to help you add digital signage or catering requirements, etc., or visitor management. So they'll be able to be run on our 𝗦Pad very shortly. And then the next phase will be our larger devices. So, for example, we see the board 50 here, but also board 65, and even the Neat Frame running this App Hub mode. So if you're using third-party collaboration tools such as Miro, Muriel, again, tightly integrated to your Microsoft 365 workflow, then you'll be able to put these applications on a Neat board and turn this into a companion mode. So how do we get this then into our Teams meeting? Well, here we have our standard Teams meeting, and we've got some content on our second Neat board. So what we're developing at Neat is another patented technology called Neat Share. And when this will allow us to wirelessly share our content from our Neat App Hub into our Microsoft Teams meeting, or when you're not on the call as well. So it's a very unique technology that we're developing, and again, this will be available next year. And again, what we've put together now is a modern office guide to bring all this technology together and how it might fit in your workspace. So simply scan that QR code and you'll get a link to the document where you can download this. And here's our end of line document now, where we have all our certified products. As I say, the Neat Board 50 is going through this final step of certification, and the 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 will also be certified as a bundle with any of our meeting room devices. And as Chicco says, if you are in the Seattle area this week, come and see us. We're in the Expo Hall area, or connect with us online. Thanks very much for listening.
Thanks for watching.